What is up guys, Andy Forest Steam Runner here and welcome back to another training vlog, and today we're talking all about the completion of phase 1. So welcome back, and we're wrapping up week 3 of this training, and phase 1 is coming to the end after today. Today what I want to do is kind of explain to you what these phases are. It's not like speed endurance or strength speed endurance that you kind of expect to see in a road running plan. I'm talking about phases that I've made in my head over these 10 weeks, milestones, hurdles that we need to get over in order to get to Brecon Beacons on the best shape possible. I'm rather out of breath, I'm running uphill, so I do apologise, but today we'll talk all about that. But first I just have to say, I'm running on a trail that I haven't run in over a year. This is a trail to Mayhill, and although I'm not going all the way over to Mayhill, James took me on this well over a year ago. There's a video on the channel for it, and it is unspoilt, absolutely stunning, incredible scenery to my left, to my right, and not a soul around. These are untouched trails. So I'm just going to go as far as I can remember and then turn around and come back, because we have come down a monster descent, and so we have a monster climb. I reckon a good 500-600 foot to get back up to where I want to be. So yeah, we'll press on and I'll talk to you about what the completion of this phase means. Okay, so let me explain about these phases, and then I'll explain with phase 1 what we've done and what we've achieved. So if you lose me in concentration, I am having an absolute blast on these new trails. Well, not new, but I haven't been on them for ages. Adrenaline is pumping. So basically, sorry, I got distracted as I was about to start that. I've been looking along this trail that you've been watching me run on for a cut up in the woods that's going to go all the way up to the top of Hayward, and I found one, so I'm going to go there. This is new territory, so bear with me. Phase 1 is, oh my life, phase 1 is basically the first 3 weeks of training. The reason there's first 3 weeks is because next week I'm on a three-day holiday, and then the week after we've got the Severn Bridge 10k. So effectively it's going to be kind of like a 2-week taper. When I get back from holiday, I plan to do 8 by k and see what kind of road shape I'm in. So there's going to be very minimal elevation training over the next couple of weeks after this week. So this week I wanted to complete a good 3 weeks. Oh wow, what way to go? That way or that way? Oh, this way. Let's go this way. So I wanted to get a good 3 weeks completed, and then phase 2 will be getting the next 2 weeks out of the way so that I can get back on track with phase 3, which is going to be the last 5 weeks for the Brecon Beacon full marathon. Now, the recent training I've been doing has been mainly shorter, sharper intervals with then a long run with some good elevation, and then some threshold work on the hills. Those are the ones of the workouts that you've seen on the channel. Once we get into phase 3, we'll be ditching the shorter, sharper intervals. The reason I kept those in is with an eye on Severn Bridge. The following 5 weeks are going to be purely up tempo, climbing, and longer marathon repetitions on these hills. This is absolutely mind-blowing, by the way. Unreal. I am running high right now. Adrenaline is pumping. It's amazing. So that's kind of the purpose of the 3 training blocks. Let me explain now how the first one has gone. And we're back here, top of the loop, 7.6 miles, 1 hour, 9 minutes. We are having an absolute blast. I'm now going to run this in reverse, get to 15 miles, and that will be today's long run. So I'm just going to get down the bottom of this hill because I need to focus and concentrate and not break my ankles, and I'll talk to you about how this first block has gone. Oh my word, this is amazing. I'm having an absolute blast, the time of my life. This run is flipping brilliant. I feel alive. This is amazing. Honestly, oh man, should I? No, I haven't got time. I haven't got time today, but that's another one to go down because I thought I was right at the bottom. So basically, the long and short of it is this loop. For locals, you might understand, but for those of you, I'll do my best to explain. I live in Cinderford. I've gone up through town, down the other side, right down around the back side of Cinderford, and then towards Micheldene. I didn't know where I was going from there, so I turned around and came back. But I'm at the bottom of Haywood Hill on the other side. Haywood Hill is where I do all my reps. I'm doing all my trail reps at the moment, and I basically climbed up there. That path you just saw me come down was a path that cuts up to the top there. So that was a good 500-600 foot of climbing. This run today has got to be at least, I'll put the stats at the end, it's got to be at least 2,500 foot of climbing over 15 miles at least, I'm sure of it. So I'm just picking every hill I can find, exploring new trails. It's absolutely amazing. So let me run you through the completion of phase 1. In all 3 of these weeks, I've done a run that's easy flats and steady hills. What do I mean by that? Just taking it easy, and then when the hills come, I've kept that easy pace going on the hills. I've not tried to drop back to accommodate the hills, so it ends up being steady up the hills. So that's been great. And then the two workouts that I've done every week have been week 1 and 2. I did 3 by 10 minutes up and down the hills. You've seen the workout video for that. And then a 2-mile flat tempo at the end. Those are my Tuesday workouts. And then week 3 was 4 by 10 minutes with no flat tempo, just pure hills. That was what was done yesterday. And then the other one has been 10 by 3 minutes on with 90 seconds jog recovery as those fast intervals, trying to accommodate Seven Bridges coming up. So trying to keep some speed there, but doing it on rolling terrain, getting again a good 1,000 foot in each of those runs done. So that is like my cross-country style training. For those of you that do cross-country, it's just a rolling course. I just loop it. It's one of the reasons why I'm progressing as a runner. I can't recommend doing intervals on hills enough. It beats doing it on flat any day. By all means, when you get towards your goal race, convert to the flat so you get used to it. But in the beginning strength and speed phase, work on it on the hills. And then this week and the third week, I increased that to 8 by 4 minutes. So that's 32 minutes worth of work as opposed to 30 minutes of work in the previous first 2 weeks. So basically the first 2 weeks were identical. Bar the long runs, I increased the long run in week 2, increased the elevation. The distance went down. First week I covered 67 miles, but I covered 5,000 foot of elevation. Last week was 58 miles, but I did 6,000 foot of elevation. And then this week it's hopefully going to be nearer 7,500 foot of elevation, maybe even 8, depending on how this run goes. And again, it's going to be 55 miles. So the duration, the distance is going down, but that's not the focus. I'm not worried about trying to stick to a mileage anymore. The 60-mile weeks, we're done with those. That was road running training. Now we're focusing on vertical, and so the distance is going to be more like today. Distance is going to be less like today, doing only 15 miles. I feel incredible, and I feel like I could power these hills all day long. Training is really settling in, and the first 2 weeks have really paid dividends. So today is purely an exploratory run, and when we've done this, we're at 9 miles now, 1 hour 20, averaging just under 9 minute miling. It's just, I'm lost for words. Anyway, when we've done this, that's phase 1 done. Then we can have a break, let the legs rest a bit, get ready for Seven Bridge, do a bit of flat tuning up, see what this hill work has done to our flat speed, if we've lost any, if it's helped, what it's done, and then we can jump into phase 3. And now I've explained that, now I'm at the very bottom of the run where I started, where I got to, and now we have a monstrous climb back up, all the way up to that tree line up there. It's not far, but it's steep. So there we go, run done. Week 3 complete, phase 1 in the books. Feeling really strong today, just coming up to 13 miles, 2 more miles to go. And what's been really nice today on this run is not only exploring, not only having fun, but realising that the first 2 weeks when I was getting tough and I was really struggling, I'm not going to lie, it was been tough to adapt to. Today it all feels like it's slowly starting to click, and I know that with more patience comes more results, and I've just got to sit tight, get these next 2 weeks out of the way, get back on the hills, and hopefully after phase 3 we're going to be ready to rock and roll for the Brecon Beacons Marathon. I also feel like I got nutrition dialed in really well, absolutely no stomach issues whatsoever. We've had 2 gels today, we've nearly drunk a full soft flask again of Univid drink mix, so feeling good. And again, that's helping because I feel like when I get to the top of a hill, my legs just come back to life and I'm able to kick on again, which is a great feeling. So anyway, full stats on screen for the run. Hopefully it's 2,500 foot minimum. I hope so, or at least in the 2s. And that's it for today. Thank you so much if you're still around. Backpack's much better today. Cinched the sides along here. Still a little bit bouncy, but no rubbing, so much better. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, make sure you give it a like, share it with friends, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then.